Hi, today we're going to be comparing the Xiaomi robotic vacuum and the ILIFE A6. This isn't the new Xiaomi robotic vacuum. It hasn't been released yet. And I've received some comments asking when will I test the new Xiaomi. I haven't gotten the sample from GearBest, but if you want to find out more, please subscribe, and when I get to test it and upload the video, I'll post it immediately on YouTube and you'll find out when you subscribe. The Neato bot fact in that it uses a more efficient cleaning pattern. The iLife still uses IR sensors here up front, so this robot isn't as efficient as this. This will use a random pattern similar to all iLife robots available, and it comes in a satin black finish with silver accents. Xiaomi is all white, so I've had this for almost a year, so it's kind of dirty. So this is what you'd expect with a Xiaomi as it goes through its paces. It stains easily, so it's a downside if you're particular with how it looks. And if you look underneath here, let's look at what's under the robot. iLife has two side brushes, while Xiaomi only has one here. This is the first difference that you'll notice. Two side brushes on the iLife, one side brush on the Xiaomi. And another difference would be the motorized brush. The A6 has they call this the double V brush, I think, if I'm not mistaken, but it doesn't have any bristles here. It's made from rubber. It's flexible, as you can see. You can twist this around. It's really flexible, but it's stiff enough to pick up dirt. And it has pretty good agitation. And if you compare it to the Xiaomi brush, it's narrower. The iLife brush is narrower. The Xiaomi brush has a bristle part and has a squeegee part here. Stiffness is relatively is a standard stiffness for all robot brushes that I've tested so far. It's not as stiff as a brush that you'll find in an upright, but it's pretty efficient in picking up dirt. So let's put this back in, and you'll notice that Xiaomi has drop sensors here, so this will not go over black carpet. If you have black carpet or rugs, this thing will not go over it. I'll do another video to test this, where I'll cover these sensors here and see how it goes on, just to test it on the rug that I have. The rug that I have has black accents, so this didn't go over them. So I'll do another video to test that. And let's flip it back. The Xiaomi, one thing that I like about the Xiaomi is that it has a smartphone app where you can control this even when you're not at home. Let's say you're at work and you want the robot to clean your home. It has an app. As long as you have a Wi-Fi connectivity at home, you'll be able to ask this robot to clean, and you can schedule it multiple times per day. The iLife comes with a standard remote that looks like this, and it doesn't have any app. It does not have Alexa connectivity. This does not have Alexa connectivity. Both of them are pretty efficient in their own right. This one is much more efficient, and I'll do a cleaning test to show you how these two robots navigate and how they clean on bare floor. Maybe later on I will do another one on carpet. Okay, so now the A6 will start cleaning, And I'll put it in max mode because it has a power disadvantage against the the Xiaomi robotic vacuum. And I may fast play this video just to save a little bit of time. I don't want to bore you with such a long video. So I've scattered the dirt in different parts of the room, around the chair legs and on the edges of the room, to see how this robot will compare, how the ILIFE will compare against the much more sophisticated Xiaomi robotic vacuum in terms of cleaning. I've used a different angle just to change it up a bit. Okay, now let's check the bin and see how much of the 50 grams A6 was able to pick up. I'll just give you a visual on how it looks like. The bin is pretty full. And let's see how much. I have 23 grams. There's a bunch here left. 30, 34, 37. It picked up roughly around 43 out of the 50 grams. Let's try to see. There's 44. Let's see if we can get more. Okay, for this test, the A6 was able to pick up 44 out of the 50 grams. I'm sure there's if I ran this longer, it would have picked up more. But again, I don't want to don't want to bore you with a long video, so let's leave it at that right now. Now let's move on to the A6. Okay, before I move to the Xiaomi cleaning test, I just want to show you what's left under the robot. There are some bits and pieces of oats that was left under here. So maybe if you would add this up to the dirt that I dumped on the weighing scale, it might have added around a gram or so more, but that's just speculating. Again, 44 out of 50. That's for the A6. Now let's move on to the Xiaomi. So here's what the Xiaomi robot vacuum has to deal with. I've scattered a similar amount of dirt, 50 grams, in a similar pattern as the A6, excuse me. And I've scattered it around the chair and the corner edges. And these are dirt that I've picked up from previous cleaning tests. So this is really nasty dander, hair, dust, and oats.
Starting the cleanup.
You will notice immediately that Xiaomi starts off in a different way than the A6. Instead of using a random navigation pattern, it uses a more predictable pattern. It has a similar navigational feature as the NitoBot Vac Connected, which means it uses laser guided navigation. You'll see that on top of the robot, that orange spinning thing on top. That's the laser guided sensor. It's the same one found in the NitoBot Vac. And what I like about this robot is the efficiency. It's very efficient. And you'll see how fast it'll clean this room compared to the A6. Okay, so after about 15 minutes, Xiaomi was able to clean, at least visually, most of the dirt. I'll just show you quickly around the room. This is the area around the chair. You'll notice that it has done a really good job around the chair. There are some stray pieces left there, and here on the edges. If there's a weak spot, it would be this corner right here of the room. And let's head over to the bin and see how much dirt I was able to pick up. Okay, now let's look at the bin of the Xiaomi, and I'll just give you a visual on how it looks like.
Removed.
It's pretty full, and let's weigh this, see how much it picked up. Again, 50 grams scattered on the floor. Let's carefully take this off here. This is really a struggle for the Xiaomi, how you empty the bin. It's really doesn't have a. This is one of my gripes of this robot, if I have any. It's how you empty the bin. It's pretty cramped. The space here is pretty cramped. And notice that it has more. And it picked up around 49 grams of dirt. 49 grams out of the 50, which is pretty impressive. There are some bits and pieces left here inside. So that could be around half a gram more or less. But the bottom line is Xiaomi, really great cleaner, really efficient. If you have a larger home and you want something more efficient, this would be a good option. A6, much less efficient, but it's not by much.
Dustbin installed.
But if you have a medium or large sized home, this would be a better option. This would be a good option if you want something cheaper. Again, to know the latest prices of these two robots, just check on the links below. I'll post them. And if you like this video, if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, please send them below. And if you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. And thanks again for watching.